Is there any chance that PulseChain will reach 1000x? In this video, we'll take a look at how there's a possibility that PulseChain might reach 1000x in this ongoing bear market. To find out the answer, don't forget to stay till the end. Hello and welcome to ABCrypto. If you're new to our channel, just hit that subscribe button below and hit the notification bell to receive any new video updates. You can also follow us on TikTok at _ABCrypto_, and if you want to read some more about today's topic, you can get the links down in the description below. But without further ado, let's get started. Before diving deeper into the details of how PulseChain may reach 1000x in a bear market, it is first important to understand what a bear market actually is. Sure, everyone knows that markets are fluid, there are highs and there's lows. It's a constant cycle between the two considering the market in question, the crypto market, which is for all the right reasons often criticized for it being too volatile. So, a bear market is defined as a time in a market when the supply is greater than its demand and investors' confidence is low, thus ultimately leading the prices to fall. This makes a condition where trading is difficult, especially for the inexperienced traders, leading them to exit from the market. To add to the complexity, a bear market makes it notoriously difficult to predict when it will end, especially considering that rebounding takes time, and again in the case of the crypto market, it is a bit of an unpredictable process that can be influenced by multiple external factors, including the economic growth, geopolitical events, and investor psychology. There's no denying that some serious problems are there in a bear market. However, many investors forget the best part of a bear market, and that is the opportunities that it presents as long as you play the game long term and have a little bit of patience. Another thing to consider is that a bear market will also help refine the market. At times, it can get brutal, as seen in this bear market where projects like Terra Luna and Celsius have just disappeared almost entirely from the market, along with a lot of other cryptos that have fallen over almost 95% from their all-time highs. There isn't a single reason for their demise and cannot be entirely put on a bear market. The reason why they've lost the game is due to their fundamentals not being right, which of course are very important in a crypto market and have been exposed by the ongoing bear market. This is exactly what PulseChain gets right because it knows what it's doing and so far seems to be headed in the right direction. Additionally, the fewer the projects there are, the more eyes that are going to view PulseChain and might just consider owning a small portion of it. PulseChain gives a clear roadmap on where it is headed and what problems it is trying to solve. A roadmap gives long-term investors much needed confidence, which is also boosted by Hex's previous success. Unlike some other renowned projects like Polkadot and Solana that want to compete with Ethereum, PulseChain takes a different stance and wants to reduce the burden on Ethereum. This is actually a good thing because beating Ethereum is not going to be a piece of cake since it is unquestionably a marvel of modern day finance. And if PulseChain's entire goal becomes to beat Ethereum, it will not think differently but will rather be stuck on 2 or 3 things, which may someday help it compete with Ethereum, but of course without any promises. However, PulseChain, by ensuring it reduces the load there is on Ethereum's network, which leads to an increase in transaction fees during the busy periods of congestion, PulseChain, which will offer a very small transaction fee in comparison with that of Ethereum, thus automatically attracting new users, and considering the size of the people who use Ethereum, even if PulseChain can gather a small portion of that, this of course will mean a major win for PulseChain, which is quite a big possibility as more and more people are entering the crypto world. The use cases of PulseChain are also growing, and at the time of this video there are currently 105 that are being built on it. These projects aren't only going to make PulseChain stronger, but also its community, and in the crypto world, we've seen how important communities are as they literally act as the backbone of any project. The common types of projects on PulseChain are decentralized exchanges, non-fungible tokens, and DAOs, all 3 of which are growing every day in their user base and demand. Apart from this, another major news update was just announced recently by PulseChain, revealing that the value of sacrificed coins that was locked by an investor will not change, which already proves that investing in PulseChain was a very wise decision. The price of PulseChain on the last day of the sacrifice was 0.001 cents, and even if PulseChain launches for 0.0001 cents, which was the price at which Hex started, a 1000x of 0.0001 cents would mean the price of PulseChain would be at almost 1 cent, which doesn't sound like a utopia, but rather a very real possibility. However, it will depend on 2 major factors. When will Richard Heart launch PulseChain, and how long will the bear market stay? On the other hand, PulseChain needs to make the best out of this ongoing bear market. Right now, it is more focused on increasing its scalability and inviting more projects to be built on it. Both of these are very necessary for long-term survivability of PulseChain. However, there needs to be more push towards ensuring PulseChain will not suffer scalability issues in the near future, especially once it has an influx of people and they start using it for practical purposes. PulseChain has to keep its community growing, and as long as PulseChain keeps on fulfilling its promises, there is simply no reason for the community not to grow. If PulseChain is able to overcome these three important challenges, there is no denying that PulseChain has got everything that it needs to reach 1000x in this bear market. So, what do you think? Should you be a little bit more patient and take advantage of the ongoing bear market with PulseChain, or do you believe it may very well be too risky to do that? Please let us know in the comment section down below. This brings us to the end of today's video. We hope you guys found this video resourceful and entertaining, and if you have any more information to add to improve to the content in this video, please do so down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and if you loved watching this video, send us those likes. We thank you guys for watching and see you in our next video.